Today I was reading this book by Okamoto Tarō, my favorite Japanese artist, and he was talking about how like we cannot let others' opinion of ourselves limit ourselves, in the sense that, even in the positive sense, we shouldn't feel happy, feel reassured because people like our work. And usually when your work is liked by too many, everyone just says, wow, it's so pretty. According to him, it means that it sucks. So your aim should be to create something that sucks. And when people see it, they go, the fuck is this? Nanja korea. Yeah. And I love this because I mean, this is like the way I think, but brought to the extreme, because my aim is not to be like have people around me say that my paintings, my drawings, my pictures suck. But I have always worked without keeping other people's opinion in mind. And so it is true that whether they like it or not, it doesn't change my opinion on my work. If I like a picture, I like it. And even if someone tells me they don't, I don't care. But when, for example, I don't like a picture and someone tells me they love it, that doesn't change my opinion either. So I don't know. The best case for me is not to be like, to be told, oh, what the fuck is this? It's actually when I like a picture I took or a drawing I made, and the people, oh, are we falling? I'm sorry. We're back, but I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, to just be strong in the opinion you have of yourself, and only believe in the voice you have inside your mind. Even if you are lucky and you have a mentor by your side, which I don't, so my only choice is to listen to my voice because I'm the artist. I think that ultimately, even if you have someone you admire by your side who is guiding you, you should listen to your voice and only listen to the inputs of that person that really makes sense to you and resonate with you. That's how I see it. I actually wish I had a mentor. As I told you, it's not been going well with my assistant job search. I've been treated like shit by the Japanese photographer. I should make a video about that. Yeah, basically one of my favorite Japanese photographers hates me and treated me like shit. I don't know why. He saw me, he looked at me for the first time, and he was like, I hate this bitch. Yeah, he just looked at me. I had never been looked at in such a angry way, like in a like, I hate you, can you disappear from this planet way. It was my first time being treated like that. I'm gonna make a video about that, and still recovering, still going through it. But yeah, if I had a mentor, I wouldn't treat them like a god. And I feel like many people who are looking for assistance want to be treated like a god, especially men. They have like this egomania kind of complex where they believe they are above everything and everyone. So they're looking for a slave. And I am having that. But recently though, while I was being like, oh, I don't have a mentor, I don't have anyone to guide me, what am I doing, why am I even here, kind of existential moment, I realized I have him. This is my favorite Japanese artist, since he's one of the most famous artists of the 20th century here in Japan. There's like 2 museums dedicated to him, with consistent exhibitions. and like museum shops full of books that he wrote, because he was also a prolific writer. And so what I've done ever since I moved here is I I I would go to these exhibitions, I would go to these museums and buy so many of his books. I think I bought 4 or 5 and read them. And I'm currently on my 4th, I think. Yeah. And that's like being with a mentor. The only difference is that he's dead, so I'm reading his words, but still, that there's some great advice in here. Look, these are all the pages I have marked. So that's what I realized. Yeah, I don't have a mentor in the way society intends it, but I do have it. I do. I have the greatest artist. To me, he's the greatest Japanese artist by my side. I just resonate with the way he thinks so much. And to be honest, it also, I feel like, oh my lord, we're falling again. I'm sorry, y'all. I was saying, I also feel like he's able to articulate the stuff that I already have inside my mind, but I can only say in English or Italian. And he's able to say it in Japanese because he's Japanese, and I would never be able to say these things in Japanese. But while I'm reading them, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I think too. So I don't know, just reading his books is just a full like kind of experience, moment after moment. And so since I kind of, after this really bad experience in the photography scene in Japan, in the photography world, I kind of given up on looking for a mentor in the photography arena in Japan. So I feel like, I had this realization that made me just feel really grateful that at least I have a mentor who is guiding me through his words, through the words that he left, and through his artwork as well. Like every time I look at a painting he made, a sculpture, like a design objects he made, it's such an experience. So I always get really emotional, and I relate to everything he does and he did. So yeah, I don't know why, like what the purpose of this video was. I guess it was to remind myself that I have a mentor, and that if you're looking for a mentor, first of all, you don't necessarily need one, because if you're an artist, you are your mentor. One of the things he said actually was making fun of people whose like whole purpose as artists is to look for a mentor. He said, like, if you start like that, you've already failed as an artist. I forgot where he said that. Because as an artist, you should be the one who builds their own path. Your path doesn't exist yet because you are the one who's gonna create it. So you shouldn't like rely on other people in order to get there. So yeah, maybe even like the bad experiences I had with these assistant jobs, it was like a really loud way for the universe to tell me to stop looking for guidance in the external world. I don't know. I'm kind of lost myself, so I'm not here to pretend that I'm gonna guide you or anything. Just wanted to talk about this, and this topic of mentorship in the art world, and how I've been relating to that so far. All right, that's it. Let's go to bed.